Hello, my name is Darwin German, and I just wanted to talk to you about some of the myths involved with commercial real estate and investing in real estate. Prior to continuing our discussion on investing in real estate, let's clear up some of those myths. Real estate investing is one of the most powerful and most utilized methods of maintaining and creating wealth. Myth 1, you make money when you sell a property. No, you make money when you buy real estate. You capture your profit when you sell it. You don't buy real estate just for appreciation. Make sure you have equity on the day you purchase it. Just like any other asset. That's great. You can go ahead and buy a diamond ring. And it's not really an investment because you never plan on selling it. In real estate, you're going to plan on selling it. Now, you make money when you buy it. We're not in this for buy and hold and hope it goes up. That's speculation. That's what you do with gold and silver and stocks and bonds and commodities, is you buy it and hope it goes up. We are not going to do that. We are going to buy right, knowing that we can make money on it. Myth number 2, the 3 most important words in real estate are location, location, location. That's not true. The 3 most important words, I believe, are tie it up. Location is relative and is translated to the price. Better locations, higher prices. If you found a great deal and did not tie it up, it will be gone. So the bottom line is, it's just like, let's just say you're walking down the street. Okay, and you see a $20 bill sitting on the ground. If you don't reach down and pick it up, somebody else is going to, and you lost out on that opportunity. Well, it's similar in real estate. You can find a great deal, but if you don't have control of that deal, if you don't get that under contract where you can buy it, you're going to miss out altogether. Location, location, location is very important. No doubt about that. But it translates to the price. For example, a 100-unit apartment property is going to cost a whole lot more from one location to the other. And so it's translated into the price. Myth number 3, ownership is the most important aspect of real estate. No, it is not. Control is. If you have control over a piece of property, you have more rights than the property owner. You control the transaction. There's a famous story that I read one time about the Empire State Building. A foreign investor bought the Empire State Building and thought he was getting a screaming deal on it and went ahead and bought it. Well, problem is they went in there and looked at it, and there was a master lease on that property for 100 years. That person who did the master lease has control of the property. If rents go up, that person made more money. So control is the key. If you control it, then you can profit from it. Myth number 4, your house is your greatest asset. No, your house is not an asset. It does not make you money. Assets make you money and liabilities cost you money. That's a very important lesson. And actually, I'm going to give credit to Robert Kiyosaki and Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of my favorite business books, by the way. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability takes it away. So your house that you live in, it may be your greatest asset, but it's also your greatest liability because it's not making you any money. You'd be better off to live in an apartment and buy a house that you rent out, in many cases. Myth number 5, being debt-free means I am free of obligations. No, you still have obligations. A rental agreement, property taxes, etc. are an obligation or a debt. Being debt-free is a great way to be. I highly recommend especially being debt-free on all personal loans, credit cards, automobiles, etc. But if you know how to properly use leverage, then that can grow your investments dramatically. However, there are investment alternatives. Some of the deals that we do are all cash and we don't have any debt. So there are ways to invest without using any debt. Myth number 6, I must get a loan to invest in real estate. No, there are several methods to invest in real estate without getting a loan. Additionally, you can purchase properties where the property gets the loan and not you personally. What I mean by that is the property and investment properties, they qualify for the loan, not you. The loans are not guaranteed by you, they're guaranteed by the property. So, worst case scenario, if something happens and you do lose the property, there is no liability to you. All the bank gets back is the property. Myth number 7, if I could just own my own home, my financial trouble will be over. No, a home, especially a home loan, will magnify an already difficult situation. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Bottom line. Myth number 8, I will be able to sell this home and get out of it if I want to. No, real estate is not a liquid investment. Additionally, your home will need to appreciate 6 to 8% just to be able to cover closing costs and expenses. Have an exit strategy. Like I mentioned before, you make money when you buy real estate. So you want to buy something that's at least 8 to 10% below market just so you can afford to sell it. Now, a lot of these myths that we're talking about are focused on homes right now, and that's where you start. Learn how to do it on homes first. Myth number 9, I will live in this house forever, or I will only live in this house for a short period of time. No, situations change, desires change. You need to have a plan and stick with it, but have contingency plans. Some people say, hey, I'm going to buy this house and I'm going to live in it forever. I've never seen anybody that has actually done that. Ironically enough, the house that we bought a few years ago said, I'm planning on living in this house forever, but I have a plan just in case we decide we don't want to live there anymore. Myth number 10, my realtor, lender, title company will look out for me. No, they only get paid when the deal closes, so they'll move you toward closing. While they're required to treat you fairly and ethically, and they may have a fiduciary duty to you, you need to look out for your own best interest. This means understanding everything you're signing, read everything, know what you're doing, ask their advice, get secondary opinions if you need to, but those people that are in it for a commission or a fee, they all want you to close, and they'll do everything they can to get you closed. That's part of the problem that we had in the last meltdown, was because there were people buying that shouldn't have been buying. Myth 11, buying a house is difficult and confusing. No, the process may seem foreign, but is not difficult, especially if you have a mentor and/or a team to assist you. It's just like any industry. Once you learn how to do it, it's easy. The first one is very scary, but once you learn how to do it, it's all just the same process over and over. Myth number 12, I'm alone in the process. No, you should always work with a team. They include a mentor, an attorney, a title officer, contractors, lenders, mortgage company, realtors, and advisors. You cannot do this all on your own. You do need to seek out the help of your team members. They all have specific positions to play, and they all can help you. Now, you need to discern and understand each part of that aspect, but you don't need to be an expert on all of them. You just need to know how to deal with them. Myth 13. I should buy the biggest house I can qualify for. No. Just because you can qualify for something does not mean you can afford it. Make sure that you can easily afford whatever you purchase with money left over. When you go see a mortgage broker, they look at this and they run the traps and say, oh, you can afford X amount of dollars a month. Well, guess what? You don't want to afford that amount. You want to make sure you have enough money left over for contingencies and for other problems you might encounter. As for me, I want to make sure that there's plenty of money left over to do other fun things and not be a slave to your mortgage. Myth number 14. I must love the house I am buying. No, your decision should be financial. This is an investment. Do not let emotions rule your decision. When you're buying your house, your first house, whatever house you're going to live in, it's still an investment. You need to buy it based on it being an investment. Don't buy it out of emotion. Don't buy it out of must. And don't be pressured by brokers or anybody else to do it. You make sure it's your decision. Make sure you can afford it. Make sure it's a house that you can get out of if you need to. Myth 15. All debt is bad. No, uncontrollable and personally guaranteed debt is bad. Debt is a tool that is too often misused and can cause great problems. However, it is also a great tool that allows for leverage if managed properly. It is a tool. Debt is a tool. Now again, I'm all for not having any debt. You need to learn how to use the tool to use it properly, just like anything else. Understand what you're doing. Get your advice from your mentors and other advisors, and go into it eyes wide open. Now the myths that we just went through, those all refer to buying your first house, your first investment house, your personal house. There are other myths involved in investing in real estate, and that's for another video.